he did buy the book for the next class, for the next one. Obviously, I'm Sandy Wesley with Hernando Quilters Guild. Today is August 12th, and we are doing the Rising Star, which is block number 4. You only need to do 2 of them. Okay, these are placed, one is on the top row, one is on the bottom row. If you look, I have mine almost put together. My quilt is almost put together. And this is all I have left. This is it. I have one whole strip left, and all the rest of it is pieces. I wound up with 23 inches left of my background, which I'm hoping I can make another binding, but that's all I have left, and that was 3.5 yards. So we did use a lot of fabric. The Rising Star, like I said, is block number 4. You're going to pick one light color, one dark color, and your background. You're going to have one 4.5-inch square for your middle. You're going to have, You're going to have 2.5 squares for part of your blocks on the outside. And then you're obviously going to have your flying geese, whichever way you choose to do it. If you choose to do it with the 4590 ruler, which is this one, which cuts this way and then cuts this way. So the way we're going to go through them again, this is a background. Going to do it for my half square triangles. You're going to put color to color. Going to do color to color. I'm using scraps because I don't have long ones. You're going to do color to color. Match them up. Be aware of your pinks. You're pinking on your jelly rolls because we have that accursed pinking. And you're going to make your half square triangles this way. Your color is on the bottom. Your colors are facing each other. And then we're going to cut these just like this. And then we're going to sew them. And we're going to come up with just like this. And I believe these are not sewn. So again, when I go to put these together, I'm going to make sure that I have the correct way. I did it this way so you could see and take these apart if you want to see how they're together. Obviously then for our corners and our 2.5 square triangles are put together like this one, where you have your background in the middle, your backgrounds are facing your point, and then your first color is facing out. And then when you do the flying geese, it's the same theory. You're going to use the same thing, only you're going to use your flying geese part, and you're going to put that one on the 4, and you're going to cut that one out. It's going to be short, but that's okay. But here's your flying geese, which would be this color. And then you're going to attach, I should do it with one of these. Let me do it with one of these where we have the same. Normally I would have color to color. But what I'm going to do is just take the 4-inch, do the 4-inch again. Okay, so this is what we're going to have. We're going to have these 2 pieces, There's your flying geese. And then this one goes, you got the knobby end here. You line that up with your knob, with your straight end there. And then you're going to sew them the same way at 1/4 of an inch. Or again, you can do a 4.5 inch block. You can do a 4.5 inch by, you can do a 4.5 inch by this, and you can draw a line. This is the other way to make a flying geese, is to draw a line corner to corner, opposite corners, and then you'll turn it over like that, and you'll cut off this section. So whatever you feel more comfortable with, if you feel more comfortable doing the old way, or if you feel more comfortable doing with the 4590. I do all my half square triangles and all my flying geese now with this ruler, but it's your choice. And again, you need 2 colors, 2 different colors from your jelly rolls, and you need your background fabric. So again, we're going to do 4.5 inch for the background, which is here. And then we're going to do 8 flying geese, 8 half square triangles, 8 2.5 inch blocks, and then of course 1 4.5 inch. So, and your layout, the only thing different on this one versus the other one is the layout, because all of them are either a half square triangle, a flying geese, or a block, either a 4.5 inch or a 2.5 inch. So this one is not sewn together. This one is sewn together. So do we have any questions? No questions. Mildred, would you, he wants you to ask your question in the microphone.
How much of the background do you need to cut?
Well, you need a 4.5 inch.
But the strips, to make the little ones.
It takes about 1.5 strips. Thanks. I would say, yeah, because but depending on which way you're doing it, if you do it with my method with the 4590, you're probably only going to use 1 strip. But if you do the other one, you're going to use 2 strips or 1.5. It does waste more fabric. Any questions? How are we feeling about these so far? Did you see the videos? Yeah. Comments are appreciated if you like the video or you don't like, or we're not speaking loud enough or explaining enough. So yeah, that would be lovely if we're not explaining enough. Yes. Okay, again, it's the Rising Star. Your block is going to be 12.5 unfinished, 12.5 unfinished, 12 finished. Okay. One is going to go on the top row, one is going to go on the bottom row when we put all this together. And your book, the book tells you how you can put them, which way you can put them together. But I put them together the way I feel comfortable with. I press to one side. Usually I press to the dark side. Like my Star Wars, we go to the dark side. And again, use the method that I showed you with these rulers, where you can cut a lot of these squares with these 2 rulers. Like you would cut this, you would lay this one, you would cut here, and then you would move it over, cut again with these 2 rulers. And I do have more. If you have Hernando Quilters Guild and haven't put your name on it, you better put your name on it. So, any questions? Any questions? Are we good? Okay.
Get to sewing.
Okay, get to sewing.